Alright, budget magic time. Looking to lock some people with knowledge pool in modern. Gotta ship that first one. This is a little better. Kind of depends on what our opponent's on. If our counters are good, this hand is decent. Don't have any of our lock pieces, though. Yeah, we'll keep remand. Why not? Planes go. Windswept Teeth. Well, Glacial Fortress, leave up our counters. Could be the, like, Abzan Company, the green-white little kid aggro deck. Who knows? Hard to tell at this point. Bogles. Looks like Bogles. Alright, let's just condescend this Spirit Dancer. Get a couple scries. Land and land. Well, I think we're putting both of those to the bottom. We don't really need more lands. Another leak. Alright, let's play the Mind Stone. Leave up some more counters. Hopefully we can draw our way into some action at some point. Another Spirit Dancer. Well, let's start by remanding the Spirit Dancer. Draws the planes. Well, there's a knowledge pool. So now we're just looking for other lock pieces. And mana to some extent. Alright, Mana Leak the Spirit Dancer. Countered Spirit Dancers many times. Ooh, a Thirst is pretty good. Do we need to cast it now? I think we can wait. We'll wait, sit on our Mana Leak. Try to Thirst into a lock piece, hopefully. Ooh, there it is. Discard 2 cards. What do we discard? Well, we gotta discard 2. And 1 is definitely Path, since it's pretty dead against our opponent. Question is, do we need to keep Supreme Verdict? It's Leak or Supreme Verdict. I think we pitch Supreme Verdict, and we hope we draw land. Well, it's a Tranquil Cove. So I think we got to go the slow route and sit on our Mana Leak. Next turn we can Curse, plus leave up Leak. I think we got it. We countered our way through against Bogles, at least for this game. Should have it now. Ghost Quarter. We get to play the Curse of Exhaustion, targeting our opponent. Then we Mana Leak any creature they might play. They shouldn't be able to resolve one. And then next turn we Knowledge Pool for the hard lock. Yup. Alright, and a Thirst. Nice. That'll find us some action to finish off the game, hopefully. So Knowledge Pool. And this is game over. On an empty board, we can win and our opponent can't, so. Unless they can somehow destroy the curse right now in response. Otherwise, sweet. Exiles the top 3. Nobody can play spells. Well, we can play spells. Our opponent can't play spells. And I guess what we can do is just play this Gladecover Scout of our opponents and win that way. So Elixir, Gets exiled. We play Glade Cover Scout. Then we'll just pass. Then we can Thirst to put a Spider Umbra on it and just start beating our opponent down. And they can't do anything. Like, remember, that's the combo. They cannot cast a spell or resolve a spell. They can cast one, but it just gets exiled, so. And I don't think we got to worry about, I guess Ulamog is the main out in Modern, which isn't very common anyway. So Thirst gets exiled. We get to cast Spider Umbra. And our opponent scoops it up. Gonna beat him down with their own Glade Cover Scout. So Bogles want the Wrath. Probably want the Disenchants. Probably do not want Condemns and Paths. Timely or Negate. Condescend is unlikely to be good while we're on the draw. Ether Spellbomb also wasn't great. So bring in 2 Timelies and 2 Negates, I guess. And try it like that. If we can keep our opponent off of creatures, like we did the first game, I think we got a pretty good shot. And that was a mulligan, too. Looks like we're going to have to ship this. Can't really keep a 1-lander. Doesn't even have any cards that are especially good in the matchup. Ugh, we got the combo, but we're nowhere near the mana necessary to play it. Huh. I don't know what our opponent thinks we're up to that they brought in Leyline. I guess it does shut down Curse. So it means we need to get a Disenchant before we can curse our opponent. Our bigger problem here, though, is mana. Especially if they get to get a Totem Armor. Well, that doesn't really matter, I don't think. We're not playing any fetches. I'm not even sure what activated abilities our opponent's worried about. Alright, play the Island Pass. At least now we have a shot of keeping enchantments off of this slippery Bogle. At least for a minute with our mana leak. Gonna need white mana though. Well, I guess we just need to counter that Rancor. And Ethereal Armor, pretty bad. Opponent is down to 1 card. And they don't have a Totem Armor, so if we get white mana... Alright, that's a Glacial Fortress. Well, I guess we play it. I mean, if they don't get a Totem Armor and we can just draw another white source and Wrath, then we might have a shot. That would slow the game down quite a bit. Really depends on what our opponent draws. No, that's not white mana. And the Bogle's a 4/4, so pretty much we have 2 turns to draw white mana to stay alive. We can counter a Totem Armor now. Maybe not. Okay. Opponent just plays a land. They might have had enough mana to get around a leak if they had a Spider Umbra, which only costs 1 mana, so... If they can protect that from a Wrath, then our outs are suddenly very low. Spirit Dancer. Do we just let that go? I guess we leak it. And just hope that we draw a white source for the win. Or potentially the win. Oh, daggers! Another Wrath! These Wraths would be so good. And that's lethal. Oh! That was sad. That was super sad. Well, I guess we can bring back in condescends since we're on the play over the negates. Run it back that way. Oh man, that was sad. Ooh, this hand's not bad. We don't have as much interaction as I would like. And our opponent does have Leyline of Sanctity. Oh boy. Almost clicked through our turn. So island, go. See how fast of a start our opponent can get off to. Dryad Arbor. Well, not too fast. Alright, we'll just play Glacial Fortress, pass. Sit behind our Condescend. They're going to go in on their Dryad Arbor? That seems risky, but okay. So, Dryad Arbors are 3/3. Chrono Savant. Well, let's Azuria Signet and just pass again. We have Condescend potentially and Disenchant at the ready. If I'd known they were just going to go in on a Dryad Arbor, I might have played somewhat differently. Do we need to disenchant something? I guess we can disenchant the Spider Umbra. Knowledge pool. Well, I think we got to pass and try to condescend and scry here. We would love to find a Wrath. Alright, another Spider Umbra. This time we're going to condescend it. We really don't want that to resolve. So condescend. Land and land. Well, I think we bottom and top the Ghost Quarter, because that is another way to deal with this Dryad Arbor, potentially. If they can't get a Totem Armor on it. Oh, untapped? What's the play? Daybreak Coronet. Alright, that's fine. We're taking a ton of damage, but we're going to get to kill the Dryad Arbor and Timely, which helps. So we get 2 Timely reinforcements, gain some life, make some tokens, Ghost Quarter, and we are just going to get rid of that Dryad Arbor right now. Oh boy. Alright. We will see. Our opponents burn through a lot of resources, but we can't get the combo locked in until we get rid of that ley line. Tech Edge is not bad. That means they can't just Windswept Heath for another Dryad Arbor. So we'll start beating down for now. So Leyline gives its controller hexproof, so we can't target our opponent with Curse of Exhaustion, because that enchants a target player. So we need to get rid of that before we can play the combo. So we need to get another Disenchant. Alright. Next turn we can play Chrono Savant. Another curse that's dead at the moment. I was worried about our opponent using that fetch land to get a second Dryad Arbor and then putting a bunch of enchantments on it. That's why we weren't playing anything. But now that the fetch land's gone and we don't have to worry about that at the moment, We'll just play this Chrono Savant, pick up the pace of our beats a bit. Tranquil Cove. Alright, get in there. We got lethal next turn. Can they draw a creature and a chant it up? Or yes! Haha, we got there. Whew! That was a pretty close match, but we pulled it off just barely. Woo! Alright, took down Bogles.